Sigma 30mm F1.4 just launched, and I want to tell you what I would choose between Sigma 30mm F1.4 and Fujifilm 35mm F1.4, 30mm F1.4 and Viltrox 30mm F1.4. Let me tell you in this video now. Hi there, my name is Tudor Matescu and I like to talk about gear, and in this video I want to talk about the newly launched lens from Sigma, the 30mm F1.4 on Fujifilm. Finally, Sigma launched their lenses on Fujifilm. And why I say that? Because Sigma glass, it's in special good glass. I really like Sigma glass. I've used Sigma glass on my Sony full frame camera and the rendering of that glass, it is amazing. So Sigma has the reputation for doing good lenses. So finally we have access to Sigma lenses on Fujifilm. But I have some problem with these Sigma lenses that are adapted to the Fujifilm X mount. So let me talk a little about the problem that I have with this Sigma lens, and let's see if I can bypass this problem and go with Sigma for this focal length and for this aperture on my Fujifilm camera. So the biggest problem from my point of view as a Fujifilm user, that it's loving his Fujifilm camera and his Fujifilm lenses with aperture clicks, the biggest problem it is of course that it doesn't have aperture clicks. And this is a big bummer for me, because Sigma, it's doing and it's already doing lenses with aperture clicks for Sony, and I've tested their lenses and are amazing lenses, build quality and image quality. The clicks and the metal feeling of the Sigma glass on my Sony camera, it is amazing. I really love that combo, top notch above Fujifilm lenses. So Sigma decided to release this, in my point of view, ugly looking lenses on Fujifilm camera system, and this is a bummer because I as a Fujifilm user, I like the aesthetics of my Fujifilm camera, and the aesthetics, it is playing a important role in my photography. This good looking camera, it is motivating me to pick up the camera and to use the camera. And of course in this setup it's important the lens too. So this is the biggest problem from my point of view, that the lenses are very ugly. They are even uglier than a Sony lens. They are so darker, so plasticky looking, so I don't know, I really don't like the aesthetics of these lenses, and also the material, I really don't like it. But this is me, so this is the problem. So it's not looking good. But let's see now the good points. The good points is that the 30mm f1.4, it is offering you a good field of view. So we'll get a 45mm, a 46mm around that field of view on a full frame camera. So it is not a 50, it's not a 53, it is a 45mm field of view, and I really like that field of view. I have it on my Samyang 45mm f1.8 lens on my Sony camera, and it is a very versatile field of view. You can do documentary photography, you can also do portraits. So the field of view, it is perfect for me at least. So now let's compare the specs of Sigma 30mm f1.4, Fujifilm 35mm f1.4, Viltrox 30mm f1.4, this is the 20C but I use it to showcase my idea, and Fujifilm 30mm f1.4. When comparing these lenses, we can clearly see that this is the smallest and the lightest one, followed by Viltrox and Sigma. So, and on the last place, Fujifilm 30mm f1.4. So now let's look at the prices. Fujifilm 30mm f1.4, it is the most expensive one, followed by the Fujifilm 35mm f1.4, followed by Sigma, and on the last place Viltrox. And talking about image quality, I think the differences are small. It is clear for everyone. I think that the 33mm f1.4 has the best image quality and the best AF, followed by the 35mm f1.4 regarding the image quality, but I don't know if the AF it is the best. It is okay. I've talked about this lens in other videos, so please be sure to check it out. Viltrox has a linear stepless motor, a silent motor, and a very precise motor, and I really like it. Very fast, very competent. And Sigma, as we can see, it has an acceptable AF from the video test that we saw online. So in the end, it is about the weight of the lens, the volume of the lens, the image quality of the lens, and the price of the lens. All other we can consider them equal. And also about the ergonomics of the lens, or about the aperture ring of the lens. So regarding the 35mm f1.4, the aperture ring, it is not a good aperture ring. You can bump it, so it is there just to be there. The Viltrox ring, it is a stepless ring. In my opinion, you can't bump it. It has an A lock, so it is doing the job, but it doesn't have clicks. And now Sigma doesn't have any aperture ring. So looking at that, I can say the following. For me, the 33mm f1.4, it is out of the discussion because it is heavy, it is huge, it is expensive. I don't need that huge lens. The 35mm f1.4 I like, it is very light. It is a 35 f1.4. But the AF, it is not so silent and it is not so good as on the newer lenses. So I can say, okay, I will sell my 35mm f1.4. So now it is between 33mm f1.4 and 30 f1.4 from Sigma. What I can tell you it is that I like a little wider field of view. So from my point of view, I can bypass and skip the missing aperture ring of the Sigma lens because it is a 30mm f1.4. It is offering me a wider field of view. The weight, it is the same as on Viltrox, and this means it is balanced on my X Pro 3 and on my XC4 with a laser hood. So I will get the best of image quality and AF at an acceptable price with Sigma 30mm f1.4. So for my personal use as a hobbyist, I think Sigma hits the sweetest spot. But again, the aesthetics. And being so large and heavy, it will not be an everyday lens. And I like to have everyday lenses. And again, this is why probably I will stick again to my 35mm f2 lens, because it is smaller, the image quality, it is very good, the aperture ring, it is amazing, it has nice click, it is sturdy, it is doing his job very well. But if Sigma would have released a 30mm f1.4 with the build quality of a 45mm f2.8 from Sony or from L-mount cameras, all metal with good aperture clicks, then it will be a really hard decision. But if you don't have any f1.4 lens, and if you want a good f1.4 lens and a versatile f1.4 lens, my advice to you, if you can accept the aesthetics of the Sigma 30mm f1.4 lens, go with Sigma. You will get the best quality and the best package at that price, in my opinion. It is the best compromise that you can do in this moment to get a good lens, a good field of view, and good AF and good image quality on your Fujifilm system. I hope Sigma will come out with other good lenses on the Fujifilm system, and I saw some good news that they will come out with that small 18 to 50mm f2.8. So this will be a huge deal for the Fujifilm system. In the end, we will have to see how the AF it is performing, because Sigma it is known to have some AF problems on different systems, but I hope nowadays these problems are resolved. It really depends on long-term use of those Sigma lenses. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, check the links from the description and from the comments, and be sure to hit the notification bell because I will publish a video about Sigma 56mm F1.4 versus Viltrox 56mm F1.4 versus Fujifilm 56mm F1.2. What I will choose between these lenses. So let's keep talking, tell me what you think in the comments and talk to you soon. Bye bye.